2022 has been nothing short of drama for pickleball, but we're going to go straight into it. In our first play, we have Leah Jansen here try to go for the overhead, and she misses, but she's pissed. Well, the reason is there's a spectator in the crowd that had called it out when it was in, distracting her. She hits it right into the net. You can see that she's actually pleading her case here with the refs, saying, I want a hindrance. I actually looked up the definition of a hindrance, and the definition is any transient element or occurrence not caused by a player that adversely impacts play, not including objects such as balls, insects, foreign material, players, or officials on another court. So you can see this woman who's talking to the ref, and she's like, hold on, hey, I'm talking to her. I don't want to redo here. And Leah Jensen's like, no, I want a hindrance. I want a replay for that point. And sure enough, she's like, hey, I want to see the head ref. So they bring in the head ref. They're discussing it right now. And Leah Jensen with her phone there, and she's like, hold on, let me call my lawyer. Just kidding. But you can tell that she's not happy. And they're trying to talk to the ref, and they're trying to come to a conclusion. She's like, no, like, why would I get to do a replay for something that she got distracted to? Which, in her point, it's actually fair. So we can look at it again. She comes up, overhead. She kind of freezes. You can hear her say, stop talking when the play is there. And honestly, it's stressful playing these moments. You got to blame everything, and kudos out to her. Like, I would blame anything just to have a replay. If I missed that overhead shot. So they're still talking. It's getting late. She's like, I gotta go to bed. And I think the conclusion was they ended up replaying the ball. Not sure if I agree with that, but you know what? All is good. Moving on to the next one. Moving on to our next match, we got a highly contested game with Parento, Baby Waters, Bright, and Irvine. We got a crazy rally going on, and then we get a foot fault. So the ref actually calls a foot fault, and Jesse Irvine is like, what on earth? You can check the replay again. We get a nice reset. Ball lands in the kitchen. Boom. Fault. They call it timeout, and the ref is like, oh gosh. Even he knows he messed that one up. But you know what? I think they're going to keep playing. Anna Bright goes, I let that ball bounce. Jesse Irvine's like, oh, come on, ref. Like, come on. We head into a timeout. Out of the timeout, Anna Bright has some words for the ref. She's like, come on. And you know what? It is his fault. So I guess we continue on the match. That gives the advantage to Waters and Parento. And carries on. They end up actually losing the match. And honestly, this is probably one of the craziest calls. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Should refs have that much of a say? Can players challenge ref calls? Moving on, this one's actually a personal favorite of mine. So we got a semi-finals game between McGuffin and DeVilliers. And DeVilliers actually just choked the first game and ended up losing. And we get a serve from DeVilliers here. Illegal serve, they called it, a little bit high. So we get to do it again. Still looks kind of high, but we're still going to play on. And they get a replay of that. Look at that height of that ball. So the ref comes in, and then he's like, hey, come on, boys, let's talk about this. McGuffin gets a slap on the net here, and he's like, hey, come on, guys. Let's play the game. Let's play it properly. And Tyson's like, come on. His serves aren't even legal. And I think the funny part is Jay's actually trying to set a standard here by saying that Tyson's serve is not legal. And a lot of people have said that. So he does it again. And he actually misses, and he gets a redo. Tyson's like, what on earth? What is this? Why does he get a redo for this? The ref's like, the ball's too high. We got to let him redo again. So sure enough, Jay's like, straight face. He's like, I can't believe I'm getting away with this. He's probably really pissed about losing the first game, so he probably doesn't care anymore. But yeah, he's just like, all right, I get a redo. Let's go. Let's try a spin serve. So it carries on. He's looking outside. He's like, hey, come on. Like, Tyson's trying to plead his case here. He's like, why does he get to do a redo when he misses the ball completely out of bounds? And the ref's like, no, that's my call. Tyson's like, okay, this is shenanigans. I don't agree. So we go back to playing, and let's see what happens. And sure enough, I think Tyson comes away and he wins the game in straight 2 sets. So moving on to the final and last one, we got my personal favorite. So we got Mama Waters here. She's not happy. Anna's not so happy either, and they're chirping a little bit, and the reason is because of the other team lobbing the family. So we move on. The ladies are like, you know what, this is part of the play. Like, what are we complaining about? She's kind of chirping them on now, getting the audience all hyped up. And Anna's like, I'm not happy. Look at that. She calls a timeout. She walks off. She's fuming. She walks straight past and she's talking to somebody. She's like, come on, get her under control. Grabs her water bottle. She shifts off, grabs her towel, and she doesn't want to be any part of it. And you can see that Mama Waters is like, I just can't see. Like, she can't see the ball. And to be fair, that's true, but that's part of the game. He's like, hey, have a seat, calm down. While Baby Waters is out there just fuming. And look at it again. So they hit her with a lob. They hit her with another lob. She misses. And she's like, what? Why you guys got to do this? And she's like, come on, Mom. Come on. And you can see it. She goes, I can't see the ball. But Baby Waters wants to hear nothing of it. And she's just like, all right, let's go. Come on. So they go back to their game. And honestly, let me know what you think. Are lobs fair game in the sun? And again, if you like the content, please like, follow, subscribe. I love pickleball. I just want to keep talking about it. And yeah. We wrap it up. They actually end up winning the game, and they touch paddles.